talks about Adam and God breathing his breath. He was already a grown man. He wasn't an infant at all. He was already fully grown. Okay? But Jesus had to come through another channel. And I said, well, God, why are you showing me this?
Well,
when I was in school, they started to teach us about stages of life. You know, my parents or nobody at the church or nobody ever taught me about the stages of life. Okay? And we're not going to go through all these stages of life because it's 12 of them. And Pastor Moss probably will kick me out of here if I try to do that. But that first stage of life is pre-birth. How many people here with children? And when you found out that you were pregnant, you were kind of excited, right? Yeah. Well, most of us was. Now that pre-birth means potential. Yeah. That means there's a potential that you're going to bring another human being in this life. This potential. That's the first stage of life, is you becoming pregnant, pre-birth. Okay? I can remember when my second child came about because I had a tragedy. My first child died. Mm-hmm. And the doctors had said to me, you're not going to have no more kids. I used to work with Mr. Barry, and I would tell him all my little stories. And the doctor said, you won't have any more kids. But my child is dead. And what am I going to do with no more kids? You know, life won't never be the same again. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor got me, I thought he was getting me all fixed up. But before he could get me fixed up, he let me know that I had the potential, the pre-birth, that I was already pregnant. And a lot of times in life, we don't sit down to teach our children about the stages of life and what happens to you when you go through these 12 stages of life. But each and every one of us in this room, we have the potential. Yes. Now, when I heard Dr. Smith talk about the Great Awakening, when the slaves had began to be evangelized. Yeah. But what I don't think that he know that I know about that I was born in Georgia. My family is from Georgia. And we are descendants of the slaves. I mean, all of us are. But I can reach back. I can Sankofa. I can reach back and actually tell you about Mary and Henry Jordan. I can even tell you about the slave owners, which I, learned later in life. But to get back to what I'm talking about, the Great Awakening, sir, when the Baptists started to go and evangelize, they didn't go and evangelize what we think about evangelizing and becoming missionaries and going to foreign countries. They went from plantation to plantation. They didn't have church like we do today, that where we can, every Sunday we can go to church. No, the preacher went to this plantation this Sunday, the next plantation, the next plantation, the next plantation, until I was born.
Missionary Baptist.
Exactly. Okay? Until I was born. They did the same thing until I came to Miami. And I thought, why are these people coming to church so much? That's because we were a part of that missionary Baptist that the sanctified people joined. Okay? Now, back to talking about our potential. I just want to leave this nugget that our young people need to know about the stages of life. Amen. If our young people don't know about the stages of life, then how long are they going to stay in that pre-birth stage? Will they ever be born? Will we ever birth them? And when we birth them, will they ever become an infant? Will they ever become an infant? And how long will they stay an infant? Will you be 40 years old? An infant? Depending on mama. And when we have to catch hell from morning, noon, and night. Because people like Donald Trump, because of people like Donald Trump.
I know.
So, in closing, the 12 stages of life. Dr. Moss didn't know that I'm writing something about this. Okay? And that first stage is potential. I want everybody in this room to say Sankofa has potential.
Sankofa has potential.
Okay, so when we look at the word and we look at our life, we can line it up with everything that we do.
Yeah.
So we're not in the potential stage, but we do have potential stage because this baby has already been birthed.
All right.
Yeah.
So what I like to say to my friends and family, the reason I come together with them is because I like them. I come and I visit because I like them and because I know them. Would you like to go someplace that you don't know anybody? No. So you come to this community church because, I mean, I don't know, the only people I know in here is really Dr. Moss, Mr. and Mrs. Berry. Dr. Moss, Mr. and Mrs. Berry is here, so I want to come.
Amen.
Because I feel like this potential
All right.
is an infant that's going to soon be a child up and running.
All right.
So before Dr. Moss come before us, I want to ask you to do something. Because from standing here, you don't know how it feels when you got to try to reach the person on the back row. Now, Dr. Moss has anointing to do that, but I don't.
Well, you got it.
So if you would just do me a favor, since we are a community, let's treat each other like we're a community. Don't all of you know each other?
Yeah.
All of you, you all like each other, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's come up to the front a little bit. So as Dr. Moss present this word, we can be the community that he's talking about.
Amen.
We can be that community that he's talking about.
Get close to the
And
spot.
it'll be easier for him to give you this word. Because we got to grow from being a potential to old age. We got to grow from being a potential to old age. So if you come up a little closer, you know, he don't have to reach so far to give you this word. Now, I come from a place, you know, sometimes the preacher may be the only God you see. Sometimes that preacher, somebody in this room or somebody that may come in here may not be saved and may not know God. But the preacher is sometimes the only God that some people will see. So if God were to walk in this room today, if he walked in right now, what would you do? Would you just look at him? Well, let's just change that around. Let's change around just a minute. If Beyonce walked in this room right now, if Beyonce walked in the room right now, what would you do? What would you do?
Get an autograph.
Would you be so excited?
Get a selfie.
So, the God that is in Dr. Moss,
And put it on Facebook.
the God that's in Dr. Moss, come on, let's give him a little praise. Come on, stand to your feet. Stand to your feet and clap your hands. Because Dr. Moss, he stepped out on faith. He didn't know where the money was coming from. He didn't know where you were coming from. But he stepped off on faith. When I saw him on Facebook with, what's his name? Bishop Noel Jones. And I said, what you doing? Go ahead and start this church because I'm going to come. I didn't know whether it was just going to be me and you, Dr. Moss. But he's come a long way. You know him better than I do. And he's come a long way. So act like you want to be here. Come on, act like you want to be here. Dr. Moss? Dr. Moss? Yeah. The one and only. The Sankofa pastor. The one that's going to bring you the word. The one that's going to bring you the word. The one that's gonna perform my wedding. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you already know him, but this is a new kid on the block. This is a new kid on the block with a fresh one.
Come on, let the church say amen. Let the church say amen again. I need a sermon out, man. Can I get one of somebody? Is any of them left? I need one for myself. Thank you. There is room at the cross for you. There is a room at the cross for you. Oh, millions have come, but still there is room for one. There is room, hallelujah, at the cross for you. If you believe that, come on, help me. There is room at the cross for you. Hallelujah. There is a room at the cross for you. You may be high, you may be low. Some are rich and some are poor, but there is a room at the cross for you. Everybody, come on, join in with me. There is room. I don't know what you're going through. At the cross for you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on, come on. There is a room at the cross for you. You may be high. Some may be low. You may have a lot of money, or you may be poor. There is a room. I said there is a room. There is a room. There may not be room in the end, but there is a room. There may not be room over there, but there is room at the cross for you. Let the church say amen. Come on, say amen again. We thank God for our ministers. In the book of 2 Chronicles, we're going to move very quickly.